Hi viewers, welcome to our channel Alex Tech Projects. We are in the playlist of a Django web framework. We already seen the part 1 where we render the web applications by using the Django. In this video, we are discussing about the after taking the inputs how it is going to calculate the backend process we try to see in this video. And in the previous video we have already seen what is the Django web development application framework and MVT model. M for database, V for backend logic, T for template which is a front end, and other things also we have discussed. If you miss, please watch and refer to the video and come back to this so that it can be very much useful. Without further delay, now let us jump into the session. Let us see the session 2 where how we need to take the input from the HTML forms and then process by using the backend logic, that is view. All these things we try to discuss. From the part 1 I have taken the data and continue in the part 2. Now let us see the main. Main is having the templates and templates is having all the HTML files. Age, BMI, EMI, index, zip, skills. Index and skills doesn't have any calculation, so we are not touching. But the rest of the things we try to see one by one. First, let us see the age HTML. Before that, now let us see the sum of the concept where we try to discuss. This web application will provide the services over the web are called web applications. Each web application containing the two parts, one is a front end, another one is called as a back end. There is a two web page types, one is a static, another one is called dynamic. You can call them like a static response versus dynamic response. If a web page response is not varied from time to time and also person to person, then it is called as static response. So similarly you can see login or portfolio websites, a company or organization websites where they are going to showcase about their vision, mission and values and their service and their products. So all these comes under the static response. Now let us see the Django. We already seen in the previous video. It is called open source web development framework and written over or with Python and follows the MVT architecture. The features of a Django: fast, which can be converted concept to a completion, fully loaded, security, scalability and versatile. So these are the main features of a Django. And we have seen first we try to create the project and then we can create the applications. The projects is equal to several applications plus configurations. Now you can see it's a project is in a bank and it will be having the configurations: loan application, investment application, customer application, insurance application. So these are all applications, but the project is one. And when you see how this flow, request flow in Django is happening, the user will ask for a request. The request URL will be like this and it will try to search in a urls.py and then go and check the views.py, any corresponding function to render the HTML file. So that render is called as a response. This is the flow. First it will try to check in urls.py, then go and check in the views.py. Views.py always with respect to the application, urls.py with respect to the project. Now if you try to see Django project directory structure, if you see if it's my site, it will be the project, manage and db.sqlite3 will be created. Main is called as an app. Once you have created, then it will try to create. So this is the main directory structure. This is the project and this is the application. Now let us see the project directory, that is a my site, where it is having urls.py, settings.py. in the settings.py only we try to say a template and static files where they have been located, and we have to inform what are the apps you are including in this project, that is in the settings. Now app directory, if you go, will be having the views.py models apps admin, and we have created statics and template. These are the two folders, and we kept style.css over here, and the templates, all the HTML files we kept over here, and the business logic we are writing in the views.py. And in this video we are bringing HTML input tags. Previously we have told the most of the 20 HTML tags, but now we are concentrating about the input tag. In the input tag, that is having various types of an input. First one will be the text, so it can accept the text. Password, it will not show the characters, like it will hide the character. Email, number, telephone, URL, search, date, daytime, local, time, month, week, checkbox, radio buttons, range, color, file, hidden, submit, reset, button, image. So these are the different types, but the same tag they are sharing, that is input. So input we want to take from the user, we must know about the input tag along with the type. We try to see how to send the data. So there is a two methods is there, HTTP protocol, that is a get method, and post method. Get will send along with the URL in a query string, and search forms, filters, when results can be bookmarked and shared. That is a common use case. Post send the data in the request body, it is not visible in URL. Login form, registration, payment, when the data changes are sent to server, or data changes a server state, so in that case the post method will be used. So these are the some of the things we try to use in this video. Now let us move to the template and see the age.html. So these things we have seen in the previous video. If you didn't watch, please watch. After h2 tag, you can see find your age, we are representing the form. A form is nothing but as a collection of inputs you are taking from the user. It could be the visa form, it could be vehicle registration form. Form in collection of inputs where you have to keep together, and you have to tell what is the method. Method could be the get or post. We are using the post. Post is more secured, and we have to use CSRF token, CSRF forgery token. So you can see cross-site request forgery token is unique secret value generated by the server and included in the form to protect against unauthorized, and I'm adding this. And label is the one which will be typically like a printf in C, out in C++, and what we have write inside the print in Python, same thing, it will be put some label. So it will be having for, it will be having, and for what is the name of that one you are writing, this label is corresponding to whom, the date of birth and the label ending. And input doesn't have the end tag, so type will be there, we have already seen. Name and ID and the class we have discussed with respect to the CSS, but the name also we are adding in order to extract its values. So now one more attribute is added, that is a name. Required means you cannot keep it as an empty when you are submitting the form. And here is the submit type, button type is also no submit. Now this form is ending. When you click this button, so you need to give the date of birth and click this one. And now if you come down below this one, if age, so this is something like a conditional compilation in a C or C++, but are a condition based flow, if and else kind of anything, but we are writing with a curly brace and percentage. It is a ninja based method. So if this age is not none, then only it will try to execute this one, otherwise it will not execute. So this is the conditional way of executing this one. They are added what we have seen in the initial HTML and CSS, that is a static way, everything it will be executed when you click, but here based on the condition only it will try to execute. But this condition who has to alter is nothing but a backend render, that is called views. In the views we try to do this one. Now in order to understand this one, now I am going into the views.py. In the views.py, now let us see the age calculator. Previously this we have not done anything, we are rendering and we have not included this one. Previous to this I am giving up to this line is there and this age request is there. Now I am creating one variable, age is equal to none, and if request dot method is equal to post, then request dot get, but it is a post method, so I am adding the post, and get dob, this is the name you must know, and converting from string from ISR format to a string I am doing. Then date dot today, I am including the package, you can see date time date, and I am getting today. Age is equal to from current year to the date of birth. Here I am subtracting, and when I am rendering, you can see render, it is taking the request as an input followed by age.html, and I am sending one dictionary. In dictionary the first argument will be the key and the second argument will be the age, whatever the value you want to share to this one. So like this, if the key is not none, now let me go to the age.html. If the key is not none, then only it will try to do. Yeah, so this is the meaning of an age.html we have done. Next we are going on to the bmi.html. This form method is a post. CSRF token we are adding, label we are giving, even though we are not mentioning any for, that is also fine. Input type is a number, id is a weight, name is weight, and required is a true, and height in centimeters, type is the number, id and name is mandatory, required, and submit. And if BMI, we are telling about the BMI and status we are giving over here. Now let me move to the views.py and see what is this BMI is doing. So now let me go to the BMI, just a minute. So here is the BMI where I am creating two variables. BMI is equal to none and status is equal to none. Post is a method, and I am get weight and height I am getting, and if height is greater than from centimeters to I am converting into the meters, and then I am rounding the BMI formula weight divided by height square, and category I am doing, and here I am making as in these two. BMI is BMI, status is a status. So these are the keys, or these are the variables. If it is none, then only it will only render this one. If any value is there, then it will try to put them under render. So that is nothing but as an, if this is true, then this will be executed. Yeah. Now let us move to the EMI.html. The same concepts I have taken, and I am creating the principal, EMI, total payment, and total interest I am doing. Now let us go to the views.py and come to the EMI calculation. Interest rate per year I am dividing by 12, that is month, and divide by 100, then years into 12, then it will getting in terms of the months, and I am doing this calculation, EMI calculation, and I am with the dictionary EMI principal, total amount, and total interest I am giving. Last but not least, a SIP.html where you are regularly monthly investment you are doing, and return of rate of return years, and total investment, wealth gain, and maturity value I am printing. This is the conditional way of an execution. Now let us move to the views.py and go up, and you can see the SIP future value, total investment, wealth gain. And now again I'm taking the amount and the rate and years, divide by 12, divide by 100 is called as a monthly interest rate, and total number of in a month, and substituting in this one, and I'm rounding and sending over here by using the render. So like this, the backend logic, it is there inside the Python. But if you are plainly you are writing a Python where we try to get this height and weight by using the input by converting into the float. So this is simply BMI application where we have simply implemented by as in VS Code, Jupyter Notebook or PyCharm. But here we are taking from the HTML, the rest of the thing it is same. So the backend is the Python. This is the main logic. And how we are sending? By using the dictionary. And similarly, home and skills I didn't touch. This is the previous way it has been there. Age is there, taking the data, but subtracting from current year, I am getting the year, that is age, and I am sending over here. SIP also I am doing the same thing, and EMI also I am doing the same thing. Now it is the time to execute this code. In this case, go to the terminal and new terminal, and you try to see it, and over here you can run manage.py and run server. Python is a common, manage.py run server will be there. If you put the cursor, you can see the following. Now one by one we try to see age or BMI calculator. We can see weight is 70 kg and height is 167 centimeters. You can see 25.1 status is overweight. Age, now let me go and select the data, but from this calendar, if we want below 2024, go up. Now let me go and check 2014, February 14, and calculate. It's 11 years. And now let me go up to the 2009 and select March 11 and click the calculate 16 years. This is the age. Now let me go to the EMI calculator. My loan amount is 50 lakhs. 5000. So this much, and rate of interest is 8% and 20 years. You can see the principal amount and EMI is 41,822. Total amount almost is 1 CR, and total interest will be the 50 lakhs. Principal amount and total interest is nothing but the total payment. Now let me go to the SIP calculator. Monthly I am saving as a 15,000. You can see rate of return is 15% and total years is 15. You can see I'm investing for 27,000 and total gain is 74 lakhs, and maturity value sum of these two is 1 CR. So these skills, it is the same that I am good at as a Python, that is a backend, which is also I am good at hoops and the modules, that is RE, math, random, OS and string, and data handling and analysis, that is wrangling, SQL, NumPy, pandas, visualization, matplotlib and cbon, machine learning, regression, classification and underlying mathematics and statistics, deep learning, ANN, CNN, RNN. They can do with this two frameworks. One is called Keras, another one is PyTorch. For the image pre-processing, I am good at OpenCV for the pre-processing of a text, that is NLTK. Next we will come to the transformer, where the three types of an architectures are there: encoder, decoder and decoder. These three combination it has been there. And generative AI, that is NLP, advancement of an NLP and LLM, large language models, which has been trained on huge amount of data. LLM fine tuning, RAG, chatbot, single and multi-agent, and LangChain, LangGraph and Crew AI is the framework which allow to explore the generative AI applications. And front end, you know, HTML, CSS, Flask, Fast API, Streamlit and RESTful API design and HTTP fundamentals. Cloud, after developing everything, we need to use to deploy or a development process. And DevOps is CI/CD, Git versions, Docker containerization. These eighth one we will come into the production once everything it has been done. And if you like this video, for more interesting updates, please like, share, comment and subscribe to our channel. Along with me, you try to open the VS Code or PyCharm. Do this exercise. If you have any doubts, please write in the comment section. I will get back to you. I will try to read each and every comment and get back to you. And we try to meet in the next video. Thank you very much.